Hello. Stream started early. I'm not sure why it was on there for 5:50. I meant to do 5 o'clock. I probably fat fingered the 5. We got some orders going out, yo. We got Miss Joanne Bada Bing in the house over there. What's up, Thrifty Pickers Flippin'? Got a big variety of items going out. What do we got here? It was a good couple of days. I can't complain. Although, right before starting this stream, I was on the borderline about to defenestrate some bins in my basement. Nice. You find any good stuff? And if anybody wants to, they are welcome to join the stream. Just let me know you'd like to. And I'm more than happy to drop a link. All you need is a camera and a microphone and an internet connection, ideally wired. Tons of good stuff. It'll be coming up in a video. Like we don't. It's really crappy weather here in the Northwest right now. So let's see if I can do this without messing my camera up too much. You can see this. You probably can't see that. This is gray. Look at those containers that my neighbor decided to just plop down next to my fence. Great view, huh? That's a church. They're dicks. Anyways. I spent most of my life trying to get out of the shadow of the Catholic Church, and here I am. So what'd you find, Thrifty Pickers Flippin'? I'd love to go to a garage sale. I am planning on a mini road trip to Idaho. Let's see here, the weekend of the 13th, which is my birthday weekend. Last time I was there, I went to an antique mall, had some amazing stuff. And just in case, look at that. My God. That's why I put the chair here. He knows what to do. Oh, the Wayne story. Yes. The shirt fits a little bit tighter, now that I think about it, than before quarantine started. I certainly got COVID-19, which is what I call the weight I put on. All right. What do we want to do? I suppose get some things sorted. So we got a hard stop here at 7 o'clock. I do not want to walk over Tommy and Tracy's show. So we're going to get done what we can get done till 7, and then I will bid you all adieu. 2-foot tall stuffed Chewbacca. That is kind of amazing. Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing? Doing some packing and shipping. Trying to get in the habit of doing the lives on Sunday night for a couple hours before Tommy and Tracy go on. What's a stuffed 2-foot tall Chewbacca going for these days? I didn't even show what sold and what kind of host and YouTuber am I? Come on. This is a belt buckle, GMC. Belt, I should say. It's like a seat belt kind of thing. Yeah, that they made a belt out of a seat belt. Kind of neat. Took a really long time to sell. Had this in the store for a year and 3 months, and it sold for 16 something free shipping, which is just fine by me. Yes, thank you. I like this shirt. Like I was saying a minute ago, it fit me much better before quarantine. I don't think I've worn it since quarantine, but it makes me happy. I do like this shirt. 8 ounces. All right. Boom, boom. If anyone wants to hop on, just let me know, and I will drop a link in the chat. Get it out of here. Yes. Get it out of here is the theme for a large portion of my inventory right now. It's some stuff that's been sticking around for too long. A lot of stuff today is some older things, which is good. You know, the belt buckle or the belt, I'm not, that thing's small. I'm not super concerned with it. But yeah, I was looking for a couple of items before we went on, and I couldn't find them because the bins down there have been, as I've been selling through it, I've been combining and going in. And to begin with, there was some inventory inconsistencies with what I acquired. Many items that were listed but didn't exist in the inventory, and then many items are in the inventory that were never listed. So it's, the worst of both worlds. I'd still do it all again. Definitely worth it. And you know what? I'm not judging in the least. It can be hard to manage that much inventory, but there's really no rhyme or reason. It's hard to really keep something like that straight. New pre-recorded video. Yeah, I've got a pre-record as soon as I'm done shipping here, which is kind of why I'm starting early. Here we go. This is a crossbody handbag. It's kind of pretty, right? I don't know anything about purses, but it's got some blingy dingy. And this one was made by Brighton. It's the Brighton collection. And I'm pretty sure it weighs more than a pound. Sure does. So it's going in a padded flat rate. And it sold for not very much money at all. What did we sell it for? I'm kind of getting the boring stuff out of the way here so we can get into the $13.86. So Oh, this person thinks that they got overcharged. So I have to message them and tell them no. $13.86. So I'm gonna net like $5 on these, but my cost at this point is 0. So, and look how easy that is to ship. Done. I might do a little roll up. Nah. Whatever. Enjoy your $5 purse. Carry your bag. Yeah, I've got episode 2 of Escape from the Video Game Peninsula coming out hopefully tomorrow. When I'm done with this, I'm going to work to edit all that footage and hopefully have it up tomorrow. What time is yours coming out so I don't walk all over it? Or what time are you thinking of? What time does your algorithm research tell you that is the optimal release time for your audience? Tape deck recorder and Vetus. Nice. Those are good scores. Okay. Is it all the boring crap? I think we're done with the boring crap. All right. I sold a whole bunch of records. Oh, since we got Michael here, though, we'll do this first. This is from, well, you'll see in the next couple of videos, but this is one of the sales from what I picked up from selling off all my video games. This is a DeWalt. It's a nice knife. Not super valuable. $12.95 free shipping. As a premiere. Okay. I'll probably do like 2 or 3 o'clock Eastern for my premiere. Either that or I'll do a short tomorrow and then do release on Tuesday. We'll see. All right. And then this is a Kershaw. This actually came in a set of 3 from Walmart. The person tried to talk me down, and I was like, he's like, it was $20 at Walmart. And I'm like, you know what? It's discontinued now, and I'm the only one on eBay selling it. So $20. If he wants to return it, so be it. They'll sell it to somebody else. It's good condition. Come on, it's scrap. All right, I'm over that. So yeah, this one sold 20. That one sold $11.95. You'll see tomorrow what I picked up. I picked up a whole bag of pocket knives for $100. The first one sold 2 days ago for $39.95 shipped. So $39.95, $13.50. I'm like almost money back on all that. You know what? This is the reality of reselling with ADHD. And it is always a battle. You know, I'm always fighting back the death pile. I'm always struggling to keep things relatively clean and organized. Hey, Flippin' Sports Guy, how are you? So, yeah, I mean, you know, it's part of the reality. And it's, you know, it's not, I actually cleaned up before this. So, hey, this is clean. This is clean. I brought in the chair for Buster. which he came in and enjoyed for 8 seconds. Yeah, it was a pretty good weekend. Normally, the last weekend of the month, it tends to be a little bit slower, but not always. You never know. I did have a couple of late in the day really awesome sales, so and I'll do those right after these knives. So yeah, that was, and I talked about it a little bit on Thrifty Lobsters, the 2 gringos, which if you got anyone here is not watching, it is now 3 gringos, including myself. Friday nights over on Thrifty Lobsters channel. They graciously asked me to come and join them, and I'm going to be doing that. So that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. We're going to talk about all manner of things that I don't even know yet. Nice. That Kershaw is a 4-ounce ship, even with all that protection. Oh yeah, I actually have a second one of those that I picked up that's not as wide, and it works good. You can get also. I actually bought that from I didn't buy it. It came with the lady I bought out her eBay store, Rita, who is sometimes watching. She might be watching now. Hi, Rita. Ooh, it was a GIF. I have one for 12-inch rolls. Both the ones I have are handmade. All right, Craftsman knife. Y'all like my there we go. Almost do it. There we go. My Janny bought a Bang 22. Yeah, thank you, Thrifty. My earlier videos where my inventory tried to eat me. Yeah, the Froggy Flips put out the show us your death pile. My death pile tried to eat me. Yeah, so I got this bag of knives, and the first 3 are 3/4 of the way paying for it. And I think I have another 10 more to go, and it's all the best ones. And Thrifty Pickers, if what behind me looks messy, you should see my kitchen right now. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. But it's like the one place in my house that I have a good deep sink, and Yeah, my death pile management has gotten much better. Like I try at this point not to add to it and only make it smaller. With a few like measured exceptions. So that's 6 ounces. Right. It's much less bad than it used to be. Yeah, and it was not all at once either. Like over this last summer, I decided to move it all into the one room, and that was huge. Like all of my back stock, and it's still sort of, uh, you know, it tends to leak out of there into other parts of the house, but most of it is just stuff I'm actively working on in one way or another. Getting rid of all that video game stuff was a huge deal. That was so, like, volume wise, just so much stuff. I'm very happy to have had that sold, and you'll see kind of what I did with that in the next two videos in that series, the Escape from the Video Game Peninsula. All right, I gotta this thing. The day for me, contemporary bathroom faucet vessel sink handle something something. Boring. Came from that eBay store I bought out. Let's hope this will fit in a flat rate padded envelope. Yeah, come on, do it. $1 millimeter of purchase. It counts. You're all my witness. Sold for $17.69, free shipping. So I'm clearing what, $10 on that? Not too bad. I want you to look at this listing though. Why did this take 14 months to list? Or to sell? I'll show you. I never edited this front picture. I mean, that's hard to tell what it is. I probably would have even just better done that or that. That's the picture I should have had on there. Anyways, it's gone now. I've got a sale ending today, so it's all the stuff from that part of the store, which is why there's so many orders coming through. And you know what I don't have going out today, which is very, very odd, is I don't have any postcards. But I do have some other neat stuff. Let's get to one of those. This came in right as I was pulling orders. I'll share this one too. This is the kind of stuff that I really dig selling. I keep losing StreamYard. There you are. Just put you in your own window. This is 1923 White Star Line passenger contract. So White Star Line, if you're not familiar with it, is the same steam line that was the Titanic, as well as many other steamliners. And pretty much anything connected to it can be considered collectible. So this is one sheet of paper. Here it is. And that sold for $150 plus shipping. I've sold menus, Christmas cards, tickets from White Star Line. And I don't think a single item I've ever sold has sold for under $100. They don't sell immediately, but they all sell, and they all sell for good money. So no postcards, but we did sell a piece of paper. Oh, we're about to have an avalanche. All right. That'll probably be good. So I'm going to do with this pretty much same thing I usually do with my postcards. We're going to make a little cardboard sandwich. Hello, Pamela Lynn. Thank you. So, cardboard sandwich. And then take that sandwich, put it in a sandwich bag. And I've been doing this next thing quite a bit lately. It's kind of cool. I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll share my screen. Go back to that page. And then we're going to go. We're going to go, let's go Steam, Ship, Silhouette. That one looks good. And then I'm going to cut that out. You're not going to see that because you don't see this application. So then I've got that little sticker. Just do a quick little cut there. You know, I'm not digging. This is not the right bag for this job. I have it. There we go. That's the right bag for this job. It's already bagged and boarded like a comic book, but I'm just trying to give it a little bit of extra protection. And not make it look terrible. It does not want to cooperate. All right, I give up. Not going to worry about it. There we go. That was way more complicated than it should have been. Now the question is, did I charge these people priority? I sure did. All right. Which is fine. This means they get one more layer of protection. This one is not going to win any beauty contests. All right, saved it on the last layer. That does not look terrible. So yeah, my video is coming out over the next week. In one of those videos, I actually have the second best thrift store find I've ever found. It's a $300 item that I got for $1. Might take a couple of months to sell. I am priced pretty much right in line with what it goes for, though. All right, so next up, another paper thing. This is actually really cool. World War II pocket guide to Iran. It is for use by military personnel only, not to be republished in whole or in part without the consent of the War Department. This is not a super duper uncommon item. But let's see if we can find just an interesting excerpt here for you. All right, how about getting along in Iran? I found a $300 item for $1. And you'll have to watch my videos coming up and you'll see what that was. Getting along in Iran. Getting along in Iran is pretty much like getting along at home, except that the people are more formal. Use ordinary decency, politeness, and consideration, and you won't have trouble. But be a little restrained, though friendly. And remember always that you aren't going to Iran to change or reform the Iranis, or to tell them how much better things do at home. Their ways of doing things have been good enough for them for some thousands of years, and they aren't likely to change because you think they should. Wow, that is some advice I feel like the United States could have taken for itself some 50 through 80 years later. Anyways. And I know I said Iranis when it's not Iranis. Anyways, that sold for $34.95 plus shipping. And one once again, we will do the cardboard sandwich method. Yeah, it was a pretty fruitful sourcing couple of days with, I sold off the video game stuff and then basically rolled what I got from that into there was a private buy that I did, and then I did some thrifting. Between those two things, I only spent about $300. Yep, you're right, the crazy card. But yeah, I took 300 of what I sold the video games for, did some thrifting, did a private pick, and then the remaining 500, I bought another lot of things with that. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm almost through listing what the $300 worth of stuff. Nice, Thrifty. I'll go check it out as soon as this is over. Are you just Thrifty Pickers Flippin' on Instagram? All right. I actually got that pocket guide. I bought a fairly large amount of postcards in an estate auction a few months back. And there was also quite a bit of World War II paraphernalia and memorabilia, including some really gruesome stuff from Guadalcanal. It's Nicotine. Bird knows best. Thank you for joining. It's a new name here. Okay, next neato thing. I would not say these are a bolo unless you get them for super cheap. They're little sort of like illustrated comic kids books. The right content, some of them can go fairly high in price. This is not one of them. It sold for a whopping $19 plus shipping. They're kind of cool. I got a lot of them. I'm about $1 into each, so. But I've been sitting on them for, I want to say over a year for sure. I guess I can look it up. Days on site. Wow. It's been up since October 22nd, 2019. So there you go. Year and a half. But, I mean, it's so small. I've only got 3 of them left. So, and I think I started with around 20. So good return on a $20 purchase. You know, a couple few $100. There was definitely some better ones that were like $30, $35. The Lone Ranger ones, the, you know, some of the more popular characters. Yeah, Bird, paper stuff. If it's small, I'm gonna slow dime the heck out of that thing. Oh, this is just staying. This is going first class. It's staying in my town. So, not exactly, but it's going to Linwood, Washington, which is basically a ferry ride away from here. Yeah, paper items, small items. Postcards, like my general strategy on a lot of that stuff is, you know, price it as high as I can if reasonable. And then most of the time I'll let people make offers unless it's something I think I can get my full asking price on it. And I'm really trying to make my listed inventory quantity higher and footprint smaller. So, I mean, you know, the 5,000 postcards I have listed all fit on one rolling shelf. I do not sell on Amazon at this point. Next item. I love vintage office supplies. They do not make them like this anymore. It's an Arrow stapler. Look at the chrome. I mean, that's like the Cadillac of staplers. Come on, tell me you don't want that on your desk. That thing's hot. I've heard good things about Amazon. For me, it's a little too much to be able to like manage 2 things. I have ADHD. If I try to break off into too many things, it becomes much more. Things have a tendency to fall through the cracks a lot more. I need to be able to stay focused on a limited set of tasks that I know I can do well. For me, it's also very much about developing a methodology that's repeatable, successful. Oh, so you do? Yeah, I've thought about doing FBA too. That's a lot more possible for me because then I can just mail in a box and not worry about it. But I can't imagine doing like cross listing and we're good here. Yes, we're good. We're gonna add one more. But also, Bird knows best. I am not really often out looking to buy. I'm not looking at new items very often. Like my sourcing very much is into, used niche vintage items. Um, like I'm not usually, scouring the electronics at a thrift store or something like that. Like if there's something I know is good, I'm going to grab it. But there's also, for me, opportunity cost in space and my own mental health and bandwidth. The stapler, I'm sorry. Thank you for... The stapler went for $20 shipped. I actually got the stapler for free. It was a throw-in at an estate sale or an estate auction pickers pile that I basically got like 6 boxes of stuff from that pickers pile, and I've made well over $1,000 from that pickers pile, and I paid like $100 for everything. All right, next up, let's see if we got anything else cool. I've got a whole bunch of records. Unless anyone wants to hear about records, I'll skip those things. Got a belt buckle. This one was actually in a video, the Goodwill box. Actually, both of these are. I'll just show them both. This one, is it an M or is it a W? It is an M or is it a W? This is made by War Design Metals, which is a very good, I mean, not like top of the line, but it's a good brand to look for. And this one, which I almost kept. And now I'm kind of like regretting it, but it's sold. So the 2 belt buckles sold for, this one sold for $24.95 free ship. And You Suck sold for $17.95 free ship. So you'll see why I like buying belt buckles in bulk. That whole lot I paid, I think, $3.50, right? So there's, 25, 35, $43. Let's back out. Let's just say the net on those two is $30 alone. In 2 belt buckles is 10% of all what I paid for it. And I'm, there was 120 listings came out of that one box. So it's just easy math to do. They're easy to list, super easy to ship. And like we were just talking about, the hardest thing on these things is storage. And I haven't put it together yet, but I've devised what I believe will be my new storage method for these. They have just been living in a bin, which is not the best. It's really hard to sort through a bunch of belt buckles in a bin. And once you put them all together in a bin, that bin gets very heavy. So my plan on these is I do store them in like 4mm plastic bags so they don't get all scratched up when they're rubbing against each other. But what I'm going to do is I think take safety pins, reinforce the corner with some like Gorilla Tape, pop it through there, and then I'm going to hang them from the top of the racks. So then I can just see them and like flip through them like I'm flipping through records or something like that. And then I can find them much quicker. Like belt buckles are the one thing that probably takes me more time than most other things. So trying to think of ways that I can decrease the amount of time I spend looking for them. because it's one of those things that you can't really alphabetize them. You know, there's not really like you can't. I've tried sorting them by, you know, by metal, by content matter, by themes, by color. It's not really an easy way to do it. So the best way to find your belt buckle is always like a visual identification. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can see them all. Which is another reason why I'm trying to get away from all my bins. Thank you, Now Playing. This is one of my favorite shirts. For those who were there here from the beginning, it fits a little tighter than it did at the beginning of quarantine, which is, I think, the last time I wore it. All right. Yeah, and that was part of, not entirely, but kind of I saw that at my local pharmacy, and I was like, theirs are like in bags on coat hangers, right? Or they're like a bag coat hanger hanging combo thing. And I think that's what got me to thinking, like, how can I do this in a way where I can just see what it is without having to like move stuff out of the way to be able to see them. And also, like, you know, once I set it up, as they sell, and I want to bring in more, all I got to do is pop it in the bag when I list it. So easy. I don't even need to ever unattach it from the rack. So just so you all know, I do these all the time, and sometimes I forget that some people haven't seen how I do my belt buckles. They get wrapped. Yeah, you should, Thrifty Pickers Flippin', you should be able to see the chat down below there, and like, oh wait, other way. I can't figure out this. There it is, over there, underneath, down there. And if you go to the top of that box, you should see the chat. There should be a little ... thing that will let you pop out the chat. Let's see. Here, I'll show you. Mm-mm-mm. Am I on the YouTube? I'm not on the YouTube. All right, so we're going to go to application. What's going on, Sal? There we go. Share that. Oh no! I divided by 0. Anyways, there's a way to do it. I don't remember how. I gotta ship some stuff. So I wrap it in bubble wrap. I wrap it in cardboard. I give it some tape. The reason why I do that is there's that little nubby that goes in the belt hole that is the weak point of the belt buckle. It is the thing that is most prone to break. So I do not want that to break until somebody has put it on a belt and worn it and accidentally knocks their waist into a countertop or something like that, which is pretty much how I've broken every belt buckle I've ever owned or worn. But at least it won't be me breaking it and shipping. I want to give the customer the opportunity to break their own belt buckle because I care. We've made some progress. I've only got 14 left to go. About to be 13. Not too bad for an hour. Here, somebody screenshot this real quick and put it on Instagram for me. All right, moving on. We've got this is kind of neat. This is some Singer 122 sewing machine parts. They're the attachments, rather. Kind of cool. Antique for sure. These go to the 221 machines. Did I get the right one? Is this the right thing? I have more than one of these. 120598. All right, maybe I'll just wait on that. I did sell a Star Wars guy. It's remember this guy? He's the guy who keeps the Rancor, and he cries when Luke kills the Rancor because the Rancor was his best friend. Hunter, you act and sound like characters when you talk to other characters in movies and movies. I do wish that there was some way to do. I have a Roku TV. I'd like to be able to do chat on that, but I can't. All right, what box do I have that this is going to work with? Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Petco. Inserts branding. I include my business card with a handwritten thank you. It's got my direct contact info if somebody needs to contact me with a problem. And it has a YouTube symbol and a Facebook symbol and a Instagram symbol, which is misleading. Hello, Antifa. How are you? Because I don't really ever use Instagram for anything. It's linked to my Facebook, So when I post to Facebook, I think post to Instagram. Although I can't prove it because I never look on Instagram. So if you follow me on I do have a Facebook page that I pretty actively work on. I post galleries, postcards, and ephemera and items. And Tifa, if you want to hop in the chat, you are more than welcome, or hop on the stream, you're more than welcome. Just let me know and I'll drop a link. If you'll know, I'll let you know. All right. I'm going to unpetcoify this gear box. We're going to eBayify it. There we go. More tape than necessary, but it's now branded properly. You can tell the folks at eBay that I'm looking out for their corporate interests. And they should give me that grant that I applied for. All right, what do we got here? That sold for a whopping $9.95. It weighs 10 ounces. So I made like $5 on that. Star Wars, only worth buying if you buy them in bulk and they're cheap. I got a whole bunch of it from the guy I bought most of my video game stuff from over the summer. I got it for dirt cheap because I didn't want to buy it. Tried to sell it to me and I was like, no thanks. And then he's like, uh-oh, I thought you were going to buy this. And I was like, I do not want it because I have Star Wars stuff that I've been sitting on for too long. And then he sold it to me for dirt cheap. All right. Next up, got some records. So this is one of the reasons why I like selling records. I'm just going to go through, I'll just go through these real quick and you'll kind of see why. So we've got, this came from the buy I did recently, Legend Bob Marley, classic record, best of. The inside thing has this boo-boo. Record still in pretty decent shape. Sold in like less than an hour for $12.95. So we've got reggae. We've got another classic, Fleetwood Mac Rumors. This is an early pressing. The vinyl had a couple of blemishes on it, so I lower the price. Normally this would be like $25, $30 record and up, in really nice condition. There is a couple of printings on it that can go well into the hundreds. Nat King Cole, Christmas song, Christmas sells year round. That sold for $20 plus shipping. This is a German death metal band accept breaker. Somebody messaged me and were like, hey, will you take less money for this record? And I said, no, thank you. And then they came back and bought it for full price. So we've got death metal, we've got Christmas, we've got Fleetwood Mac, Bob Marley, then Melissa Etheridge. I mean, look at that. Look at that back cover. Not my thing. I think it was like $10, $15 plus shipping. Rocky 3 soundtrack. That was like $14.95. If you're ever out in the wild and you find Dolly Parton records in good shape, they are a bolo all day long. You will not get less than $10 for a good condition Dolly Parton record. This one took a little while to sell. This one's not the most desirable, but it is awesome condition, still in the shrink wrap. I had it priced rather high. It sold for $17.95. And then finally, this I've had almost 2 years or over 2 years. I have a feeling it's homeschooling coronavirus related that it sold. This is basically like the early Hooked on Phonics. It's the 4 record set. And I know this is going to a parent who's doing some homeschooling, so $100 plus shipping. The comps on it were awesome. I got this in the very first record collection when I opened my store that I bought. So it's a darn good sale. I need to pirate this box. These are all auctions I have running right now that I don't want to have to find later. All right. That's probably good. That's actually perfect. Awesome. Star Wars is... So there was definitely some Star Wars stuff that came out of that collection that I sold really quickly. Like stuff, there was the Max Rebo band. Like that sold for like $55 right away. There's some other stuff in there too that sold really well. But then there's stuff like that that's, just waiting. It's the same thing like Funko Pops, right? You buy a whole bunch of them, and then you're going to have a whole bunch sell. The best ones are going to sell pretty quickly right away. And then you're always going to end up with the stragglers. I bought a bunch of Funko Pops from a few different places over the summer. And I sold my first one probably in like 3 weeks of what I had left. And it was Gendry from Game of Thrones with the protector for $10 free shipping. Like that's how desirable. For $10 to your door. Nobody wanted that thing. It's been listed for like 7 months. So, but if you're long tailing stuff and you do those bulk buys, you're going to end up with that stuff. And a lot of times it's those items that a lot of the profit is going to be in, right? So the longer you wait on stuff, you know, then you're able to get the money you want out of it. The bigger your margin on that buy is. You know, that item wasn't on sale. I didn't send out an offer. It sold at my asking price, and it was the same price I listed it at many, many months ago. Do I want to do that on everything? No. I've been running an ad in Craigslist saying, these are the things I buy. I'll pay cash, blah, blah, blah. And I had somebody who responded and had a bunch of Funko Pops. This is like earlier this week. And took a look, and there's some good ones. There was like he had the Notorious B.I.G. He had the bronzed Stan Lee. He had, a few other ones in there that were like, not amazing, but there was some like $20, $30 ones in there. I start looking them up, and I'm like, all right, how much do you want for the Funkos? $720. And I'm like, he is going top charge of any listing, not even considering shipping. And that's what his asking price. And I was like, all I could do is just respond, thank you, I'll pass. I think you're probably only going to be able to get that kind of pricing by piecing it out on eBay. And if you want them all gone at once, let me know. But I'm not going to be able to pay anywhere near what you're asking. Some people are just like that, though. My posting makes pretty clear that I'm running a business. So when you give me like the full-blown retail pricing on something, he had some other good stuff too. And it was like, all right, did I note? This is, whatever. All right, just going to ship it. If there's an issue, we'll deal with it. 3 pounds. That looks like 16, 14, 5. It's like when you go to a garage sale and somebody's got the eBay listing posted next to the item. That's when you know you're not at a garage sale, you're at a store. Okay. Sold The Great Book of Trains. This I had actually just pulled out to get ready to put on auction. And so I had touched it, which is probably why it had sold. If any of y'all are new to eBay and you don't know already, if you touch a thing, it will sell. Not every time. You can't intentionally touch it trying to make it sell. You have to have touched it for some other reason, and then it will sell. I'd tell you to go try it, but if you went and tried it, you'd be touching your things intentionally, and then they won't sell. That's just not how it works. But if you're like moving it out of the way to get to another thing, that's the kind of thing, and not even thinking about it, that's the kind of thing that'll make it sell. You will definitely hear other eBayers talk about this phenomenon. It is just that. It is a phenomena. All right. How do I want to ship this? That's overkill. I feel like my chat is just stalled. Are all of you just being quiet? Y'all are just being quiet. That's fine. If you've been here before, you know I got no problem just blabbing to a empty screen. I'm usually just talking to myself here anyways. Or to cats. I wonder when they're coming out with the cornstarch shrink wrap. I'd use it. I feel a little guilty every time I use the plastic stuff. You get Ohio guy. You get any good postcards that you're going through, or anything interesting? happy with that. Well, here's the problem. What the heck? Why was this in as parcel select? They paid $8 for shipping. Ugh. You're getting priority mail. It's only going to Oregon. No wonder it didn't sell. I mean, it did sell, it just took a long time. Should have been media mail. Trying to figure out most of the good ones. Yeah, usually when I get down to that level, I start going to Lot Town. These boxes back here, these are all my like not worth listing on their own. And it's 2 medium flat rates packed to the gills. There's a tray on top, this, and then these are all the Continental. And I mean, Continentals, like, I know some of them may have value, but I'm probably just going to list them as a bulk lot. So, Ohio, do you have a minimum threshold for what you list in terms of price? I think that's retail ground you're talking about. They don't offer retail ground. Their retail ground and parcel select are becoming the same thing, I think. I may be wrong. Don't quote me. But anyways, yeah, do you have a minimum price that you will sell postcards for? Before we do that, nothing under $7.99 plus you try to get shipping. Okay. Do you charge full first class rate on shipping, or do you do the envelope thing, or? So what I'm doing here, I just was cutting 3s and 2s because I'm about to do the records. So I find it's fastest and most efficient if I just set them up and then just bang through them. So I'm dropping in my thank yous. Five, 6, 7. All right. Excellent. We'll just set those there. And we'll set these here. Charge $3 to, oh yeah. So I do $3.25 and sometimes $3.50. Kind of depends on when I listed it. But I do a lot, like I will do $6.95 free shipping if they're really common. Because then I'm still making a few bucks on them, and they're easy. Like if I'm just working through a stack of them, it doesn't take me any extra time to list that. And then all of them get stored and shipped in plastic protectors. So, that cost me 20 cents a piece. So, on the low end, I'll make $3 a card, and that's as low as I want to go. I think once they come out with the envelope shipping, what I'll probably do is change over to that method, but then lower my prices on those $6.95 cards by $1. And that way, I'm actually making an extra $1 per card, right? Because if a little more than $1 per card. But I may just try to switch them over first and see what happens and not lower my price. We'll see how that happens. I mean, we've known about this thing coming for a while. It was supposed to happen in January. Obviously isn't. But I think it's an exciting development. Popeye's Postcards, who I used to follow back in the day when he still had a social media presence, used to talk about his some method that he had, which it sounded exactly like the same thing. That was like some sort of embedded, like not tracking number. Man, I had 3 records come in the last 5 minutes. Alrighty. Yeah, it sounded like the same thing that eBay is coming out with. The white envelope shipping method. I don't know how great it will be for postcards. I feel like it's going to just create a race to the bottom for a lot of them. He has it offer. Yeah, he was on Scavenger Life talking about it back in the day. Like that's when I first heard about it. Like 3-4 years ago. So they're offering it on sports cards already. I wonder if I create a new listing. It's got to be valued under $20. All right, shipping. Yeah, there it is. Calculated. What's it cost for calculated? Maybe that's why I didn't sell any. Yeah, postcards. I just created a new listing to see if it's there. It's there. It's not showing me price though. And it's not letting me calculate the shipping either. Oh, there we go. Letter. Maybe that's it. Let's do 6 by 9. 1. 3 ounces. No handling. Domestic. Huh. Yep, he wants attention. You gonna bite my nose? Who's that? He sees himself on the screen. Slightly delayed. You want treats? Or you just want to show off? He just wants to show you his paw. Nope. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go buy my freedom. Come on, let's go get your treat. So that's Buster. If you haven't seen him before, he's a character. He is waving high. So I'll be ending the stream here in about 18 minutes. There's another channel that if you guys don't already know or watch, they go on at 7 o'clock. The channel is Tommy Bernard, which is BERHNARD. I think I put the H in the right place there. It is sort of a reseller after dark talk show. And I know that several people who are in the chat right now are also fans and watchers of that channel. So I don't want to have this stream walk over what they're doing. So I would encourage all of you when we're done here to hop on over to that channel. But before you do that, make sure you subscribe to this one. We do these sort of packing lives at least a couple of times a week. Trying to have either a live or a short or some kind of pre-recorded video out at least one a day. There's been some fun ones this week, and there's a series that started yesterday. Yesterday. I sold off all of my video game backstock, and there's going to be about 4 episodes documenting that process. The first one dropped yesterday. Which record did I just pick up? It's not Rumors. It was Melissa Etheridge, wasn't it? There's Marley. There's Rumors. There's Christmas. There's Breaker. Yep, it was Melissa Etheridge. So yeah, ended up getting some really cool stuff for nice thrifty pickers flipping. Yeah, Bert. On the next, I've been trying to put up ahead of time when I'm going to be doing these lives, which is usually when I'm packing. But if you want to hop in early and let me know, I'm more than happy to have you on the stream. All you need really is a decent internet connection, camera, and microphone. Most laptops have these things. You don't need a fancy setup. And yeah, it'd be fun to talk about books. I think a lot of people out there, especially in the resale world, think it's all got to be scannable and sendable to FBA, when that is, as we've demonstrated, not necessary. Soft kitty shirt in your haul. Is that like it's got a kitty on it, or it's one that the kitties are going to enjoy you wearing? Because I have both of those. I have soft shirts that my cats like it when I wear, and I have soft shirts that have cats on them. And really, don't all shirts eventually have cats on them? A lot of certain books sell better on eBay than they do on Amazon. Yeah, I don't doubt that for a second. Definitely, I think antiquarian books do far better on eBay than Amazon. All right, Ohio big guy, thank you very much for coming in. Go check out Tommy and Tracy if you're not doing something else. We've got some auctions about to end here. It's so weird, eBay auctions. Like, I've definitely run quite a few where it's like, you wonder why nobody's bidding on it, and then like all day Sunday when it's about to end, it just goes nuts. Or 5 minutes before it ends, it just goes nuts. One of the things I have that's about to end is the Dungeons and Dragons basic set. It is not complete. It's missing part of it's missing a page. It's currently at $26 plus shipping. I've got a lot of Marvel comics back here and DC comics. One's going for $10, the other's like $2.25 plus shipping, which is fine. I broke up one big box of comics. Oh yeah, Bibles and kids books. Yeah, Bibles I sell on eBay all the time. I live right by St. Vincent de Paul. And one, it's a Catholic charity, so I don't mind making money off of them. And two, they sell Bibles cheap. So, because they're Catholics. And there's something about Catholics and selling Bibles, apparently. I'm a Catholic school survivor. 14 years of Catholic schooling up until my second semester of college when I escaped. I live next door to a Catholic church. They're dicks. Nice. $82. That's my best Bible was over $100. It's been a while though. But they can do really well. Oh, Big Bang. Okay. Yeah, I can't deal with. I've tried watching that show. I don't like that style of sitcom. What's his name? The guy who produced it, who also produced 2.5 Men, which I can't stand. I just don't like it. I can't. I can't. Not my thing. I'm more from the like Tina Fey, Kenji Jojin, snappy dialogue, deep thoughts, relevant issues, punny world of punny awesome stuff. Can't do Big Bang. I've tried. I've given it the good old college try. All right. Is anyone going to be bidding? Come on. Nothing's moving. I don't really care. This is all stuff that I am not emotionally attached to, and I could care less how much it's going for. This thing is currently at $1. It's a... What is this even called? Lapaloozie Sugar Cookie Dressed Large Doll 12 for MGA Entertainment Toy. $1. Is it going to go first class? Barely. No watchers. One bid. Nobody cares. I probably go live at if on Sundays it'll be around 5 p.m. Pacific time, because I don't want to walk over the other live show that goes on at 7. All right. Time to ship the Bob Marley. I'm going to have to order some record mailers. I'm getting down to the end. Plus, I just listed 500 records over the past month, I want to say. Probably around that many. Oh yeah, the Super Bowl next weekend. Yeah, I'm not a football guy, so I'll probably be doing this. Whether or not people are there, I'm going to be doing this one way or another, so it's easy for me to just turn the camera on and go. But Bird knows best. It is a, standing invitation. Just let me know. Pop in the chat. Let me know you'd like to come on, and that really goes for just about anybody. If you're working and want to make it a working hangout, and you're not going to be a dick, even if you are going to be a dick, I mean, I can take it. Bye, Blackberry. Are you heading over to Tommy and Tracy? Yeah, I list many hours a day. I listed for let's see. I started today 7 a.m. and finished at 3:30. So, and I'd probably go back to listing after this, but I have a video to edit, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably do a bunch of listing tomorrow. I have the last few things that I picked up from that buy. I'm down to the last couple of dozen things, so I'll be able to bust that out pretty quick. I may just try to get some ways on the editing tonight, and the rest tomorrow. So thank you everyone very much for joining in. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe. And if you like these kind of lives, you can hit the bell notification so you know the next time I do it, which is at least a couple of times a week, like I said. Try to drop a new video of some kind, whether it's a live, short, or pre-recorded episode. Trying to do it every day at this point. Doesn't necessarily always happen, but doing the best I can to do that. There will be a little break coming up in February. Friday nights, you can catch me over at Thrifty Lobster, where he and I and Just in Time Flipping, talk shop. So thanks everyone again, and yeah, you can leave now, Hunter. You can leave anytime. No one's keeping you. And everyone have a good night and a great weekend. We will see you. How about next time? Have a good night.